All right. When we last
Octavian.
when we last left off, you guys had successfully killed and defeated the Iron Solution leader, Arthur Sin of Osla, the city you are currently in.
Mm.
You defeated him in a quite... It wasn't too difficult of a fight, but you beat him, and then
Gee,
you went back
that
to
was
your...
literally 2 sessions ago.
Yeah.
You went back to your house, or not your house, you went back to the hotel you were staying at, the casino, where eventually Firemane, you tracked him down to his office, conversed with him, and he explained that because you had done a service to him, he had procured 20,000 gold for you, or a house. You went the middle route, and took half the money and put the rest down on a smaller house than what he was originally offering.
Yeah.
You then went to you went magic item shopping with your new fortune. Commissioned you commissioned clothes of many fashions for Octavian. You bought the Sentinel shield for Mars, and you also inquired about getting what was it? A helm of teleportation?
A
An
ring.
item of
Ring.
we wanted
Yeah,
a ring.
I
Yeah.
couldn't remember if it was a ring or a helm.
It's the helm of teleportation, but we wanted to make it into a ring.
Yeah,
For
I remember now.
for fashion, because the helms are just not very fashionable.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys were off to the library to gather some research to see if you could find the components necessary to create this ring of teleportation. And that's where we left off.
Yeah.
So, the three of you
Yes.
leave the magic item shop and using the direction... Well, did you ask for directions on how to get there, or did they just literally say, go
I think we
find
asked for the
it?
directions.
I think you
I think
did
we know
too.
how to get to the library.
Yeah, so following the directions, it only takes you maybe 10 minutes to traverse the city, and eventually you find yourselves... Oddly enough, it looks, when you approach, at first it doesn't look like much. It looks like just a row of houses and, obscure buildings. Oh, sorry. But as you round the corner, you're greeted with the sight of what looks like a sinkhole in the middle of the city. It just drops down into darkness. And as you approach the edge where there is railing, you look down and you can see there's a little lantern light and light from the sun reaching down, and it looks like a large structure that had been carved into the earth.
Interesting. I don't know how we didn't notice this before.
You'd never been to this part of the city. You'd only been in the playground and the warehouse district, oddly enough.
Well, they gotta hide the library because no one goes to the library in Four Town.
Yeah, right. Look, my God, Mars, look how high up we are. Good thing there's railings here. I'm gonna start wiggling the railing.
It wiggles. It almost breaks loose.
Oh my
You're
God!
lucky you have Gus now, or I'd throw you over.
It breaks loose. Hugo comments like, "This is very poor craftsmanship."
I'm gonna stand on the top of the railing.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, "Oh no, I'm losing my balance!" And I'm gonna tumble off the side.
Okay. You both watch as Octavian tumbles into the darkness.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast fly on.
Fly, asshole.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast fly on myself.
All right. It's only like a 50-foot drop, but you easily enough you fly back up to the top.
The way I fly this time, because every time I fly, it's a little bit different. You ever seen those videos of people floating in the air on a dance floor with the disco dance floor underneath them that's changing colors, but they're levitating while they're doing it, like in the movie Ready Player One?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I'm flying. I'm just I have a disco dance floor underneath me, and I'm like, oh my God, look at me, guys.
Okay. You gather some of the random city folk kind of shoot you a cursory glance and then continue on their way.
You guys want to fly with me?
I make my way down the library as safely and as far away from the edge as I can.
There's a large staircase leading straight down. It has guardrails, but it's a wide staircase, maybe 30 feet across. So you could
Is
walk
Mars
down the
just
center
hugging the
without.
wall?
You could walk down the center and not be near the edge. You'd be 15 feet on either side.
I blow past Mars because he's going way too slow.
Okay.
I'll just be walking. I'll be walking in the gap, like down like illusionary steps as I'm walking next to him, but like over the ledge. Just be like, "Come on, Mars! It's not that. It's fine. There's nothing that'll possibly go wrong."
All
Y'all
right.
never thought you could see someone so large look so small
Yeah.
as he shrinks into himself.
Okay. So you hit the bottom of the not a sinkhole. Let's call it a pit, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
20 minutes later.
you guys, it's not. It's you still are getting the sunlight, but the way the sun is positioned, it's like behind. Oh, excuse me. It's at an angle in which the light isn't directly on you, so you are slightly concealed in darkness. But you make your way through the streets. They don't seem as lively as the playground, but a little more active than the warehouse district, just because it's, middle of the day. But eventually, you come to a large 2-story building with written across it, library, very plainly. And it looks
Oh.
unassuming.
What an odd way to promote themselves. You'd think it'd be a lot more grand for a city like this, but whatever.
Like Barbie.
I'll walk in through the front door.
All right, you enter.
Oh boy.
It's a dimly lit library. There's no windows per se. It looks like maybe they have an open roof that just allows not an open roof. What am I talking about?
That's great for books, you know.
As I said it, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. It's not an open roof. It's like a sunroof, but there's no windows,
Okay.
so the sun is only coming from directly above, and then the aisles are lit by candlelight.
Okay.
But there is a large orcish gentleman sitting behind the counter, just thumbing through a book as people absentmindedly pass by and move between the aisles.
Excuse me, sir.
He sets his book down. He's like, yes.
Hi, yes, this is my first time here. We're not really from this part. We were wondering if you could point us in the direction of books involving creatures that could teleport or, are magically capable of displacing themselves and then replacing themselves.
I
Something
thought
like that
Octavian
nature.
was gonna. I thought
Hmm?
Octavian was gonna end that sentence as, "Could you point us in the direction of books?"
Yeah, of books.
He kind of looks and says, well, I'm sorry. Repeat what you said. You cut out for a second for me.
I said I was wondering if you could find some books on creatures that can teleport or are capable of displacing themselves and replacing themselves in other places.
He goes, well, if you're looking for books on beasts, we have a whole
Mhm.
section devoted to that. And he points over and you see a little sign hanging in the darkness. It says, Beast of a Magical
Beasts.
Nature.
Ah, yes, thank you so much. Also, I was wondering if you have any books pertaining to grand bards. Things like, grand plays or songs or works of art or instruments, legendary, mythical things of that sort. If you have that section as well.
He goes, well, you could always check the nonfiction section, I suppose.
Oh, nonfiction. All right. Well, thank you. Oh, also, is there a restricted area?
He kind of shoots you a quizzical look and make a persuasion check.
27.
27. He
I don't know
goes,
why you made him roll.
I know. I shouldn't bother, but you never know. But he goes, well, there's not a restricted area per se, but there are books that we hold for private collectors that are not meant for display purposes.
Oh, would we be able to look at those books if it just so happens that those books might have information that we need in them
He kind
for
of
research purposes?
he leans
I
back and
assure you.
scratches his chin and says, "For 100 gold, I could allow it."
Well, if it comes to that, we'll make sure to inform you.
As
Thank you very much.
As you say this, he gets a little flustered and he says, "Don't tell my boss I said that."
Oh, I won't. I don't know who your boss is.
You see him kind of like sigh, like a little bit of relief, and he's like, "Just if you need any, assistance, come find me." He goes,
All right. Thank you very much.
My name is Krug.
Oh, Krug, thank you so much.
Krug, I have a question. Do you have any books on magical calculations for teleportation or any such thing?
He goes, "Well, we have a whole section on inane magic, or not inane. I'm sorry. We have a whole section on magics and how they're used and how they were developed, and I assume there'd probably be some books in there with calculations or instructions of that sort."
Good. Thank you.
He nods and goes back to thumbing through his book.
Teleportation for
Enjoy your book.
Yes. So while you two look for things about teleportation, I'm going to go do some research on some bards. I want to see if I can find information on a particular set of instruments that I've been made aware of. Many bards know of them. They're very powerful instruments, legendary, mythical things that they're said to be able to perform such immaculate songs with them that can affect the weave. Oh, I'll knock on the back of my head and pop Gus out of my eye. Here, he can help. I'll hand him to Mars. He can help you with your research.
Okay.
Yes.
I put Gus like in the brim of my hat.
All right.
He slips in easily. All right,
I'm gonna go and look for some. Do I need to do an investigation check?
Yeah, investigation to look for stuff.
Yeah, it'd be just not a high DC, but just an investigation check to see.
I got an 11.
Okay.
I also got an 11.
I got a 14.
All right. So it's like I said, it's not that difficult. The books are labeled. They've got like the Dewey Decimal System or something similar.
The Dewey Decimal System.
They have something similar, obviously, but easily enough you track down. For teleportation, you find a book that just lists it's it's just called Magical Beasts and the properties that bind them. And then for Grand Bard books, you don't really you don't really find anything specifically on bards or musical instruments.
I find a Rolling Stones magazine. I'm like, this will work.
Yeah, it was brought by somebody who was a Sekide. He brought it with him. It's their treasured heirloom. No, you do find a couple books that, just a cursory glance, they seem to be bardic tales that just so happen to coincide with an instrument that maybe the bard who wrote it had. But there's maybe 3 or 4, and you'd have to thumb through them if you wanted to get the down to the information you want. Most of them are just these sprawling text or diary entries from famous bards.
I'll take them.
All right.
I guess I'll convene back at do we have a table that we're all sitting at?
Probably, I'm sure.
I'm gonna walk over to
books.
I'm gonna walk over to the party and be like, there should be a spell for librarians where you give a description and or you give a word and then you conjure up just a fucking shit ton of mice, and then the mice all run throughout the library and they're spectral mice, and then they pop into books, and then the book starts to glow because it has that word in it. So then it can make searching for stuff a lot easier.
I mean, that would be good.
What if we invented a box that could read the books for us and then save them in some sort of magical memory?
Yeah. Call it
and then ask it to look for specific words or something.
Yeah.
I tried to make something like that once.
What did you call it?
Ox.
Box? Just box?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta make it something fun. More like maybe we'll name it after like a fruit, like maybe like an apple of sorts, like like a good like what are they called?
Banana
Pink?
box.
No, maybe like a pink lady fingers. Is that what those apples are called? No, a Granny Smith. We'll name the box a Granny Smith.
All right.
All right.
No,
See how that correlates, but all
Yeah.
right.
the apples
I
you
love
were
apples.
thinking of, they're just called pink ladies.
Pink lady. What am I thinking with lady fingers? I think that's a sandwich.
That is dessert. That is a
It's a
pastry.
dessert. It's a pastry. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, I'll start flipping through my books.
All right. Give me just a general intelligence check. But anybody who's reading.
Can you also roll one for Gus
Oh,
Gus?
oh yeah, I will roll one for Gus Gus. I got a 17, surprisingly. Gus Gus the Mighty. That's his full legal name. He actually has a +8 in investigation. Holy shit! I didn't realize he has a +8 in investigation. His intelligence, he got a 22.
All right.
He's so smart.
And
Good
Mars.
thing he's reading with me. I got a 3.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw the 3. And then Hugo, what did you get?
I got a 21, so that was a 17 plus 4.
All right. Oops.
I've never had to read much aside from the Loxodon Bibles. These are all written in common.
Where are the pictures?
All right. So, starting with the monster book, you peruse it. You flip. You go to the the glossary, and you just scan down the list to see if anything catches your eye. And you innately know of some magical creatures that can teleport, but nothing immediately catches your attention until you see the fuck, where I had it open. Hold on. There you go.
The fuck.
Yes.
I wonder what that is.
Is it the blink dog?
We're not killing a blink dog, guys. We can't do that. Morally,
No, I
it's
know,
horrible.
I would never.
You see, you do kind of the mental gymnastics too. You see things that would count for teleportation, such as a blink dog, but you don't. Your general kind-heartedness, you don't want to kill something like that. So you scan for creatures.
I said that's ethics. It's ethically
Yes.
wrong.
It's ethically wrong. You ethically can't kill those character creatures, but you eventually stumble upon the pages for Yugoloths. And you find one creature called a Mesoloth that has the innate ability to teleport.
Oh.
I think I'm pronouncing
Those
that
are
correctly.
fiends, aren't they?
They are fiends, yes.
We could summon one, kill it, and then... How do we summon a fiend?
I wouldn't know how to summon a fiend.
I could try
I'm
something.
more so about returning fiends and undead back to where they came from.
Yeah. Well, Yugoloths. Do I know anything about Yugoloths? Can I do like a history
Yeah,
check?
give me a history check.
All right. Oh, 21.
21.
Yeah.
So, through your travels and, adventures prior to this, you never encountered any, but you did hear about them, trading tales with other bards. Yugoloths,
They're the neutral evil of fiends.
yeah, they're neutral evil.
Yeah,
Thank you.
they're the deal makers. They're the ones that make, the deal makers. They love making contracts. But they're the neutral. They live in Hades, or is it Gehenna? I can't quite remember. It's one of the two. But where devils are lawful evil and demons are chaotic evil, Yugoloths are neutral evil. And they can be somewhat... They're still dangerous by any means. They're fiends, but...
But...
And which particular one?
Mesoloths. The ones
Mesoloths.
that... from the book, you do realize Mesoloths they make up the bulk of the population. They're these human-sized insect-like creatures covered in chitinous plates. And they serve as foot soldiers in the armies.
Ah.
But you don't know how to immediately summon one, but you could probably do the research if the books are applicable.
Yeah. How do we summon Mesoloths?
You can
Should
go
we
searching
roll
for those
another-
books.
Okay, have Gus roll an investigation,
Yeah.
please.
Gus, you have to help us. You're the only one who can. You're so smart and capable. Should he do an investigation check?
Yes, Gus is just standing on the page with his arms crossed.
All right. He got a 24.
24.
He's so smart.
He really is.
He really
So-
is.
Gus disappears off the table and scurries back into the book sections looking for anything that might aid your discovering.
Does anyone see him?
Some people see him. A few people they jump back at the sight of a mouse.
I'm gonna say
He
to
has
them.
a tiny hat, though.
He
I'm gonna
does have
say
a
to
tiny
them.
hat.
He's my son. He's very smart.
They kind of shoot you a curious look, hold their books close to their chest, and find a different place to read. But
I'll go with him just to keep him company.
I was gonna
make sure no
say-
books fall on him.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
I was-
he might find a book, but he ain't bringing it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the implication was just that at least I was following him.
All right.
He's very
So
smart.
you follow him. He darts back and forth between aisles, scanning books. He doesn't open any, obviously, but he scans the bindings, the edges, and eventually he stops in a smaller little alcove off to the side. And there are the bookshelves are a little sparse. Instead of being full to the brim, there's maybe 2 or 3 books laying flat on the shelves. And eventually he finds one and just triumphantly sits on top of it.
Ah, yes. Demon summoning for the teenage soul.
No, as you pick it up... Oop, what?
Black
Never mind.
magic for small
Yeah.
rodents.
Yeah.
Demon summoning for dummies.
Yeah.
As
It's
you
a college course, guys. It's like one of those books that professors require, like a required reading.
Oh, God.
As you pick it up, you see the title. It's Foul Fiends. Foul Fiends. I'm trying to think of how to alliterate this. Foul
Deeds
Fiends
done
for
for cheap.
Fools.
Foul fiends for fools. And guys,
Written by
it's a hardcover, and when you open it up, I'm gonna open it up fully, so you can see the back and front cover and the spine. It's a Ouija board.
As you open it, you hear a kind of grunting noise,
Oh,
and then a piece of paper falls out of the book and gently floats to the ground.
oh, someone left me a
Hello.
note. I'm gonna pick up the piece of paper.
As you go to pick it
Unravel
up, the paper slides a few feet away from you.
Looks like there's a breeze. Walk over to and try to pick it up.
and I try to corner it.
Yeah, corner it, Mars.
Give-
Show this piece of paper who's boss.
Both of you give me dexterity checks.
Can I use acrobatics?
No, well, no. This you're not flipping, and you're
I got a 5.
a 5, a natural
Gus,
1 too.
help. Please let Gus help.
You got the inverse. You both got the
Let's
inverse.
just got a natural 20 plus 1. You got a 21.
So you both go to reach for the paper at the same time and slam into each other.
Ah!
While Gus leaps off, does a flip, and lands perfectly on top of the paper.
Oh, he's so smart. Clap, everyone. Yay!
Our son, he's only been an adventurer for 2 days and he's already so talented.
He's so good at his job. I'm so proud of you, son.
But as
Pick up a little piece
Gus
of paper.
as he sits on top of the paper, you see the paper is almost squirming like it's alive.
Weird. It's almost like it's squirming like it's alive. I wonder what that could mean.
Well, we did get it out of a book about fiends.
That's a very good point. I will psychically communicate to the piece of paper.
What are you saying?
I'm going to say, hello, piece of paper. I've never done this
Please don't
before.
curse us.
Yeah, are you alive? Please stop wiggling.
You don't hear anything back, but you do see under Gus's feet almost appearing out of thin air, ink start to scribble across the page.
Oh, this is one of those books. My name is Tom Riddle. I'll pick up the piece of paper. What is it? What is it writing?
It says, please don't hurt me.
Please don't hurt you, honey. All right. Do I need to write back? I'll get a quill. Hello, dear piece of paper. I would never want to harm you. You seem like a very nice person. We just have some questions to ask. Who am I, to whom am I speaking to?
The ink kind of just sits there for a moment before slowly floating off the paper and disappearing, and then replacing it is replacing it is the phrase I do not know who created me.
Oh, well, I didn't ask that. I wanted to know.
Oh, sorry, my apologies. It says it says I do not have a name.
Oh, can I give you a name?
There's a long pause before appearing. You see the words sure.
Clippy.
Sketch.
Sketch. Oh, Hugo, do you have a suggestion?
Hugo's not with you guys. He's reading his
No.
book.
I guess we'll go with
Gus?
sketch. Oh, Gosh is like, he doesn't have any. He's not very creative.
He like does a little mouse shrug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'll go with sketch.
After
We'll call you sketch.
after a long pause, it says that is acceptable.
Awesome. Wait, can you hear what I'm saying? Do I have to write on you?
It says you don't need to write on me. In fact, it's quite uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll put the quill away. I'll bring him back. Can you fold yourself into origami?
You see, as you say that, it folds into a little paper bird and starts to hop around your hand.
Goodness. Look at that. That's adorable.
Neat.
Hugo, we found a friend in a book.
Should probably put it back.
Put the book back or put the friend back?
The friend.
Why? Look at him. He's some origami bird.
I mean, would you trust random inanimate objects?
Yes.
We have a mouse for a son. What do you think?
That's different.
It's different. It is, but it isn't. What about this talking dumbbell I found? Not the same. I'll put the piece of paper down on the... Can you help us, piece of paper?
After a few moments, it reverts back to from a bird to this flat paper, no creases, and it scrawls out, "What can I help you with?"
We're trying to... We would like to summon a fiend.
I mean, we really wouldn't. I don't really want to fight that. I just
Why not?
want to learn how to teleport.
It can't be that bad. It's just a fiend. It's a Yuggaloth.
Oh, it's just a fiend? It's
just famous last words. It's just a fiend. It can't be that bad. It's just a Yuggaloth. It's fine. We just summon one, kill it, and then scoop up the stuff that needs to be scooped. That's how that works, right?
To your knowledge.
Does the paper have any input on what Octavian just said?
You just see a giant question mark appear.
Several of them.
Does that book tell you the anatomy of this said fiend and tell you where you need to cut to get to the thing that makes it innately teleport?
I don't know. We haven't looked at the book yet. I'll put the book on the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
You put the book down, and it...
Well, you lived in this book for a while. Would you happen to know anything about what is it called again?
a Mesoloth.
Mesoloths.
Did you know anything about the Mesoloth sketch?
You see the ink... Well, it takes a few minutes, but eventually it replies, "That's just where I was sleeping."
Oh.
Okay, apologies.
Why were you sleeping in there?
It was comfortable.
How did you get in there? Do you have little legs?
You watch as it folds back into a bird and flutters around for a few minutes before returning to a page and slipping in between one of the books you're carrying.
That's interesting.
But what languages do you speak for trying to interpret the book the foul fiends.
Common,
For
Elvish,
fools.
and telepathy.
Okay, so opening the book up, it is gibberish to you.
I just speak Common and Loxodon.
It seems to be written in some sort of cipher. I don't understand.
Hugo, what do you
possibly
speak?
mean.
Celestial and Common.
It is in Celestial.
Ooh, I can read it.
Yes, so
What is this?
Octavian's
Cipher
holding the book
say?
upside down,
Yeah,
and
What
as
does it mean?
You're holding that upside down.
Oh. I flipped back up. I still don't understand what it's saying.
it's
I
still
don't get
gibberish to you.
it. Here you go, Hugo. Maybe you can make some ends or ups or downs or ends, tails and ends or whatever.
Yes, that thing. All right, I'll read the book, see if there's anything useful in here.
Gedge, do you have any preferred books you like sleeping in, like romance novels?
After a few minutes, it replies, "Just books where I won't be bothered."
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we bother you?
You gave me quite a fright.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give you a fright.
It turns back into a bird and lands on your shoulder and just kind of reads over your shoulder.
That's so pleasant.
Gus on the other shoulder, giving it eyes.
Yeah. I will psychically communicate Gus. How are we feeling? How do we trust this piece of paper? Can it be trusted? Should I kill it right now?
Gus just shrugs.
All right.
But Hugo, as you pilfer through, which book are you looking through first?
I'm looking through the demon book.
The demon book? Okay.
The fiend book.
So there's a lot. It is a book about summoning Yugoloths or fiends or devils, whatever you feel like. But it's written in a way to discourage that. It's mostly just tales of how people did it and the bad things that happened after they did it.
The warnings are after the spell.
Well, they're intermingled.
Yeah.
This book is a book of warning.
But it's just one Mesoloth. Like, how bad can it be?
It'd be bad.
Maybe I can charm it,
Oh.
convince it to just give us its little teleportation sack or whatever it uses.
No way you'd be able to do that.
Are you sure? I don't know.
Yeah,
I have a
what if
pretty
it's a vital
silver tongue.
organ? Well, I could
Honey.
chaos it, I guess.
Mars, I've convinced so many men to give me their hearts.
Look. This book doesn't even tell me how it
How to do-
teleports. It just says how to summon it.
Maybe we can summon it and be like, "Hey, tell us how you teleport." And it'll be like, "Okay, I teleport when I think real hard of where I want to go." And then we find that part of the body, like his brain, and we cut it out and we keep it.
If it can even speak.
I can talk to anything. Remember?
Can you?
Yeah, I can talk to anything. I have that ability where I can speak with any creature. They can understand me. I can't understand them, but I can speak with them.
Well,
then how could
you
it
would
answer your
know.
question?
You would know that Mesoloths can also speak telepathically.
They can also speak telepathically.
But the languages they know are Abyssal and Infernal. So you don't know if there'd be
Oh.
some kind of...
Telepathy is weird, though. Anything, as long as the thing can think words, I can speak with them. Telepathically, that is. Ooh. So I was reading through my book on bards, and I found this very particular bard. Her name is Stevie Nicks. She's an incredible bard. I think she's also a warlock or a witch of sorts. She had a magical tambourine that created illusions when she would play. It was incredible. She had a fun hat. It was amazing.
So,
Incredible.
you have your books. It's about midday. You could... The book, it details how to summon, but it doesn't go into too big of detail. Most likely to prevent, this falling into the wrong hands. But you could... You could probably piece it together, and maybe with other books and, some time, you could probably figure out a way to summon a Mesoloth. But you don't know the specifics. You don't know what is required. It's something you'd have to do more research on. But it gives you like the bare bones, like, oh, you should, a private area. Oh, you might summon more than one, stuff like that.
I really feel like the Elric brothers right now that just discovered human transmutation, and we're like, oh, we can do that, and then like not fully understand what it means to do human transmutation.
Does it tell you like the components it needs? Is there any kind of components? Does it say like, oh, you need a human heart or something like that, or
We
like
need to
an
like
ASMR heart, or like
we have to make like a candle out of like the fat of like a clogged artery, and then like stand in front of a mirror at night and say like 3 words backwards. Tax exemption, tax exemption, tax exemption, and then like we get a Yugoslav.
It gives you minor details like draw this circle. You'll need a specific ingredients, but it doesn't give you in-depth details. Again, this book was most likely written as a way to discourage people and a way to look for the signs of like, oh, maybe if you don't trust this person, they might be summoning demons.
They could be so many. Ooh.
But
useless.
you also get the idea that in a library, you might not find such detailed explanations. Maybe in a restricted section or maybe in a private collection, but in a public forum, you probably won't find how to summon like in specifics.
I'm gonna walk over to the main desk again, where the half-orc man is.
Grug.
Yeah, I'm gonna say so, Grug. I'm gonna, kind of, cause I was just kind of walk my fingers across the desk and be like, we've kind of hit a standstill, and we were just wondering, do you have any books in the restricted section on how to summon fiends?
What the hell just happened? Hold on. There we go. I
Okay.
lost all audio.
Oh, weird.
Oh,
Okay, what were you saying?
I said, are there any books in the restrictions section, Grug, that teach someone how to summon fiends?
He kind of like scratches his chin and says, there might be. Some private collectors leave their books here to be repaired, and we keep them in the restricted section.
Could I take a look?
He goes, you got 100 gold?
I do have 100 gold.
He outstretches his hand.
Yes, I'll remove the 100 gold.
He goes, follow me. And he leads. Who all is going?
It seems I gave you 1 extra gold. 101. Oh no, I'm so silly. Silly old me.
I'm gonna look through the book that I found.
The one about just magical like calculations?
Yes.
Okay. Who's going with Octavian, or is it just Octavian?
I'm gonna
just
take
go by
Gus
myself.
Gus and I'm gonna take Gus and go read like picture books to him.
Hugo is going to suggest to Mars, you might want to go with Octavian just in case.
Aw.
Guys, I read the book out loud, which I wasn't supposed to do. Summon a demon. Oh fuck.
All right.
Hugo just gives like eyes at Mars.
So,
Okay.
Mars, Gus, and Octavian. He takes you to the back of the library through what looks... It's a sign that says employees only, but he unlocks the door and takes you inside. After maybe 30 seconds of walking down a long hallway, it comes to a large stone door. He goes, could you both turn around for a second?
Sure.
You both spin around and you hear him mutter something, and then the loud sound of stone shifting as the door slowly slides open.
Remember that, Gus. Remember that. I'll say to him psychically.
Gus just shrugs.
Okay, well, all right. I'm going to... While I'm turned around, I'm going to place Gus back in my skull.
All right.
Yeah.
So he pulls out he takes a candle off the wall and says, just stick close to me. Don't touch anything. Some of these books are very old and very fragile.
I'll grab him around his arm. I'll be like, I'll be right here. So dark and scary.
Hold on, let me roll for something.
Don't you have a boyfriend, nerd?
I mean, I guess I do. I don't think I do, though. I have a boy toy who I send money to. I'm a sugar daddy at this point. That's all I am.
Well, you are a bard.
We had one date. That's it. Like I wouldn't even consider that my boyfriend at this point.
He watches
wanna know.
Krug kind of like straightens his back and he says, just this way. And he takes you down a set of spiral staircase.
So, Krug, do you have any particular books you fancy?
He goes, well, I enjoy the restricted section just because it's books that aren't that common. You know, these are private collectors who just store them here and allow us to do research with them.
Oh,
they don't
any books down here that are like romantic books.
He kind of like cocks an eyebrow and says, we keep that upstairs, I believe. You know, this is for important books.
Do you read any of those romantic books upstairs?
He says, no, I prefer historical fantasy.
Oh, historical fantasy. That's such a lovely one. Isn't that right, Mars? Historical fantasy. What a fun genre.
All right. So eventually you eventually hit the bottom of the staircase and you're in a small room. I mean really small, maybe 5 feet by 10 feet. 10 feet long, 5 feet wide. And at the end is just a small bookshelf cluttered with maybe 30 books. And he goes, you're feel free to look through them. Just be very careful. Some of them are very old.
I won't touch any of them. I'm going to look through the books. Gus
Give me an
will be in my
investigation check.
eye. Yeah,
Oh,
I will
Gus,
do one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'll have Gus do it because Gus knows what he's looking for.
Okay, Gus has advantage.
Yes. Okay, so he has advantage. Hold on. He got a 22.
22. So
He's
Gus
a +8 investigation. He's really, really smart.
He's one of the smartest mouse I've ever known.
Yeah.
But as you're like looking through the books, you feel him like nudging your skull so he gets a better look, twisting it to read the spines, and eventually you stop on a book and he like starts incessantly hammering right on your the bridge of your nose.
Cool.
Not the bridge of your nose, where your nose would be.
Okay. Okay, I think it's this one.
You like super activated his brain when you
yeah.
him.
He's so smart.
As you look at the book, it's a simple little leather book, and it just says fiends in deep red lettering.
Oh, fiends! Let's see if I'm in here. I'm gonna open the book. Put it down.
As you reach for the book, you feel a shoulder, and he goes, oh, "No, you can't touch that book."
Oh, why not?
That is, because that has been here a very long time, since before my time. But the other librarians have made it very clear that book is to never be read
by
anyone,
staff members,
myself included. It's apparently from an old collection, a very powerful mage who loaned it to the library and then vanished.
So no one technically owns it at the moment, right? He
just kind of stares at you and says, technically.
What if I just get a little peek? Just the tiniest, itty bitty little peek. I just want to take a look at some pages.
Give me a persuasion check.
You can take it off your hands if you'd like. 23.
23. He goes, how about this? We both look at the book. It's been driving me up the wall for years. I need to know what's in this book.
All right. Let's both look at it together.
There's no way this could go wrong, right?
Yeah, right?
Okay.
See, these are bones! I don't know why that popped in my head. I'm sorry.
So he takes the candle and he very gently grabs the book by the edge and slides it out very slowly before he's holding it in his hand. He kind of like lowers it down and says, and like gestures for you two to surround him.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm going to Gus so he can get a better look. He's going to cast light inside my skull. So out of my eyes, it's just like two. Be like, sorry, this is so I can see better.
all right.
So there's just two light beams coming out of my mask.
You see him kind of get startled at this, and he's like, oh, odd.
I have stigmatism. Right, so we need to find Mesoloth. M for Mesoloth. Actually, it might be under Yuggoth. Or, yeah, Yuggoths.
Just don't read any of it out loud.
I won't.
As he opens the book very slowly, the candle starts to flicker as this gust of wind kind of picks up.
Ooh, spooky!
And then, hold on. Oh, hold on, I messed up. No, back. Back again. Sorry. There we go. Oh, fuck, it didn't save. I'm sorry. I'm messing with the D&D Beyond.
Here we go.
All right. So as the book opens, the pages start to flutter, and then the books on the shelves start to rattle and shake before slowly lifting up and starting to float in your general direction.
Oh my god.
And I need you guys to roll initiative.
You know that scene in the second Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie where it's the first one, and he's fighting the lizard in the library?
Yes.
And yeah, that's just Hugo, while the rest of us are fighting a demon in the back.
I got a 9 on initiative.
Hugo,
Okay,
having a lovely time.
All right. So
Gus got a 7, and I got we both got 7s.
All right, so you'll both go at the same time. That actually makes it very
question.
convenient.
While this is happening, does Hugo glean anything from this book? Does he get anything out of this?
Make a general intelligence check.
All right, general intelligence. We got a +4 to that. Oh wow, 17 + 4.
All right.
21.
So the book is very heavy into diagrams, magical incantations, the calculations necessary. It goes into great detail. And eventually you do stumble across a what looks like handwritten notes in the book that somebody scribbled on a page about teleportation that just say that to keep something like that, that something that powerful, to be able to teleport, not willy-nilly, but to be able to teleport across great distances, it requires a certain alchemical formula to bind it.
Human transmutation.
Equivalent exchange, no.
Yeah.
But it does go into detail. It's a lot of numbers, and in your mind it makes a lot of sense, but to a layman's it might come off as just page upon numbers. But you easily enough grasp it, and you figure with this and whatever part you get from a Mesoloth, you could easily craft something to teleport yourselves.
You're gonna need a dog and a little girl.
Good. I'm taking this book.
Oh, you're just gonna? Well, no one's watching you. Are you gonna pocket it?
No. I'm gonna see if I can buy it off the library.
Okay.
Get a library card and check it out. Like, that's how libraries work.
Okay. So, starting off.
Meanwhile,
in the basement.
The books begin to float around and toward you, and they begin to circle you.
Oh my god.
And then one of the books lashes out at you, Mars. Does a 12 hit?
Nope.
All right, so the
It
book
just bounces right off my shield.
It flies into you and just dunk, and then floats gently backward, a little dazed.
Throwing books, are we?
That's the end of its turn, though. Mars, you're up.
We're fighting books, guys.
Fighting books.
How much trouble will we be in for damaging the books?
As you turn to say this, you see the librarian has bolted up the stairs and out of the room, taking the book that you wanted with him.
Hate to see him go. Love to see him leave. God. Okay.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Probably a smart idea.
Yeah. He's the smartest out of us.
All right.
You know
So,
what? Fuck it. They're books. I'm gonna like dash to.
all right. Are you gonna disengage, or are you just gonna use your action to dash?
I'm gonna disengage and just run
right.
my normal run speed of 30 feet.
So you disengage, blow past Octavian, and you're just, what's your speed? Your speed is 30 feet. You're even with him. He didn't dash either, so you're right at the same point of the stairs as him. So, Octavian and Gus, who goes first?
Not dealing with this today.
I'll go first.
All right, you're up.
Since technically, so Octavian can run since they are his legs.
I'm going to cast. I'm gonna look at the book that is doing all the weird shit. The demon book.
Well, the librarian took it with him.
Oh, he ran with it.
He ran with it.
So there's something else in this room.
Give me an intelligence check.
Okay. 17.
17. You, looking at the books, it's not that there's something controlling them. It seems they've been brought to life. They are now animated.
Oh.
So they're their own sentient being. Whether that came from the book, you can assume it did.
I'm gonna walk over to one of the books.
All right.
I'm gonna say, "Wow, I love your binding. You have such a good spine." And I'm gonna rub my finger across the book, and I'm gonna cast Charm Monster on it.
Oh my god.
Does that work on constructs?
Uh
Let's look that up.
I don't think that works on constructs. Constructs are usually immune to charmed effects.
It will say if the construct can be charmed or not, because this spell does not particularly say anything about not working on constructs. It says you attempt to charm a creature you can see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw, and it does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. I'm not fighting it. I'm just talking to it. If it fails to save, yeah, and he ran away. It is charmed by you until the spell ends or until you or your companion harms it in any way. The charmed creature is friendly to you. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you. It would say on the monster stat if it's immune to being charmed.
Let us see. It is immune to being charmed.
Damn it!
So you scratch on the side. It's a little diary of sorts, and you trace your finger along its spine, and it immediately flips around and just stares you down.
All right, that didn't work. Gus, it's up to you.
All right, what is Gus doing?
Fireball.
Fireball.
Gus would never. He's an academic.
I will remind you, you're in a room that is 10 feet long and 5 feet wide.
Gus is going to cast Hold Monster.
Let me see if does that affect?
Yeah, that'll affect.
That should affect it, yeah.
Yeah, it'll affect.
Well, you might want to. Yeah,
well,
you might want to see what.
Grappled, prone, and restrained, it is immune to.
Okay, let me look up the specifics of Hold Monster.
Look up I believe it does. It's affected because it doesn't say like. Well.
So Hold Monster is a 5th level spell. Choose a creature you can see within range. The target must make a Wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed.
Okay, so it's
for
not
the
immune.
duration. Yeah.
Okay, so Wisdom.
It has no effect on undead, but you said it was a construct.
It's a construct. You're fine.
Yeah, it's a Wisdom saving throw. It must make.
Total of 16.
motherfucker. His DC is a 16.
So he succeeds.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh.
Can I use a reaction? I cannot. Never mind. I was going to say, can I use the
cutting words.
The cutting words, but I already used my turn, so.
All right. So that's the end of Gus's turn. It is now the other book's turn. You're the only target left, so it's going to attack you.
It's going to hit me?
That's a 17 to hit.
That is.
You take 5 points of damage. As the book you trace the spine just gives you a nice open hand slap.
You motherfucker. Gus, I'm useless in here. All of my spells are charm-based.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. We could try this.
That's the end of its turn. The other swarm of books is going to chase after Mars. And its movement speed... Okay. It catches up to you, Mars. And does a 17 hit?
No.
All right. So again, you turn as the book just kind of like gently smacks you on the back. And you don't even feel it. You only know it's there because you can see them. But Mars, you're up. And you also see the librarian continue up the stairs, running full force at this point.
Did you shut the book? I yell at the librarian.
He yeah. He kind of looks over his shoulder, and the book is closed in his hand.
Well, fuck, there goes my idea.
I'll try this.
All right.
All right, Mars, you still have an action, unless you just
yeah, and since Octavian's fighting the thing, I'm just gonna smack the books with my hammer.
All right, the ones closest to you. Go ahead, make an attack roll.
Gus is like, no.
Oh, 7.
7. You use a hammer, correct?
A maul
A maul,
specifically.
yes. So you take your maul, and you go to bring it down on the book, and they just like gently slide out of the way as the maul just whoosh, goes right by and hits on the staircase, cracking the ground. You still have your movement and a bonus action.
I don't think I have any bonus actions. Yeah, I literally have no bonus actions, and I don't think running away is going to be effective anymore. So I guess I'm just staying here since Octavian decided not to run.
I'm not
All right.
running.
Octavian, you're up.
I'm going to find a book. I'm going to say to the book, I hope you're what's the term? I hope you're arranged according to the Dewey Decimal System, and I'm going to cast Psychic Lance at it.
All right, what's the saving throw?
It's got to be the 17 intelligence save.
Ooh, this might not end well. It rolled a 19, but it has a -5 intelligence, so 14.
Oh, great. It's going to take it is going to take 19 psychic damage.
Ooh.
And in addition to that, the target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 76 psychic damage and is incapacitated until the start of your next turn.
All right, it is not immune to that, so it is fine.
Yeah.
So
it's immune
not,
to being...
No, it is not immune. You're fine.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you lash out with your psychic lance, and you watch as the books shudder, and a few of them just explode into paper and leather. And
Oh my
the other
God.
ones just fly to the ground. And there's maybe out of the 10 books, there's like 2 left.
Gus, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to destroy them. It was a psychic attack.
You hear Gus pounding on your skull.
Gus, I'm sorry. It is your turn, though. What are you going to do?
Gus fireballs Octavian. He's too big of a threat.
Yeah.
He's a threat to knowledge.
Yeah. Gus is going to cast. Oh, wait. Hold on. Didn't we? Oh, he's going to cast. He's going to cast. All of his spells are fire-based because he's an abjuration wizard.
It's not the best on books that you don't want to destroy.
Right. He's gonna cast Cone of Cold.
All right, which one? The ones chasing Mars, the one you're currently engaged with?
The one we're currently engaged.
All right. Is it a saving throw or just a roll to hit?
Cone of Cold. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Saving throw.
Oh,
Constitution saving
hold
throw.
on.
They have to. Yeah.
Your Psychic Lance. It does psychic damage.
Yeah, it's psychic damage.
They are immune to psychic damage.
Motherfucker!
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I just saw it on the
don't
page.
Have a mind.
So, retcon that. You lash out the Psychic Lance, and the books just kind of look at you.
God damn it! All right,
But the Cone of
I'm
Cold
gonna-
still goes.
Yeah, it's a Constitution save. They got to beat a 16.
Natural 20. So a total of 21.
Motherfucker!
They're your worst nightmare.
So they still take half though. So it's gonna be 4d8.
Okay.
They take. Ooh, it's pretty good. 12 points of cold damage.
All right. So this time the books don't explode. The ice hits them, freezes them, and they drop down solidified onto the ground. Seemingly not burned or destroyed, but if the ice melts, it might ruin the pages.
That's one way to handle the problem. Gus.
But there's still a couple books left. The books are going to lash out at you again, Octavian. That's a natural 1. So the book goes to hit you and just whiffs and flies about 2 feet above you.
Running away, I see.
All right. Mars, you watch as the books that were chasing you. Yeah, they're just going to continue to hit. They're going to they're going to blow by you, giving you an attack of opportunity. Because they're not smart, so they can't disengage.
Okay, how many attacks is that?
It's just 1. Well,
Okay.
yeah, it's just 1, I think.
Oh, well. Doesn't hit anyway, I assume.
Oh, what'd you get, an 8?
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, that's... You go to swing as they fly by, and they just separate and then regroup and fly by you, chasing the man with the book. Who they surround, and they attack him. Great, now I gotta look up fucking commoner health. Hold on.
He's gonna die.
He's gonna fucking die.
Oh, he might die.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
definitely gonna die.
So... You watch as he gently turns and the book just slaps him. He goes limp and hits the edge of the stairs and starts to roll back down towards you.
He's unconscious.
He's not dead, he's unconscious, yes. But Mars, it is your turn as you watch the book he was holding flop open and slowly start to raise up.
Oh,
It's working, guys. It's working.
all right. Enough of that. I cast Sacred Flame at the demon book.
Oh my god.
Is that
It's
fire
not
damage?
fire. It's just light.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Radiant
light.
damage.
Oh
It's
yeah,
radiant
damage, okay.
It's got to do a 15 dexterity save.
I like the idea. Every time you cast Sacred Flame, you just hear, "Oh,
Oh.
hallelujah!"
Almost an 18, but it rolled to a 4, so a total of 5.
Okay, damage time. It's going to take 7 radiant damage.
All right, so you lash out with this divine energy that slams into a couple of the books. They twirl in the air and then hit the ground and roll. The swarm of them has lessened, but there's still a fair amount left. Is that the end of your turn?
Oh, I was aiming at the demon
Oh,
book.
the demon book.
This-
Then it's just a book, so you just hit. So
Oh,
it's not alive per se, so it doesn't. It's just an object. Hold on, I don't think would radiant damage destroy something like that.
No, it's just light.
Yeah.
So essentially, the best way to think about radiant damage is it's radiation.
Okay, so
The only
book-
time radiant damage actually destroys something and when it's like a laser beam.
Okay,
Yeah.
But you hit the book. Doesn't seem to have any effect. It seems that it's just a book. Both of you give me intelligence checks. Well, just Mars, because Octavian, you can't see this.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Be nice if it would. 12.
You have a cursory. You have a general knowledge of magics. You get the idea that this might not be something the book is doing, but it might have been something like a protection enchantment placed upon the book. And when it was activated, the spell did its thing, and now you just have to deal with the ramifications. It doesn't. The book's not like controlling things or anything. It's literally just there was a spell on it. It's been cast. Now you have to deal with the other books.
Maybe we should put it back.
No, we have to read it. We need to get the Mesoloths.
Okay, but what if we take it out there to the library and then it brings the entire library to life?
I'm willing to fight an entirety of a library.
It's not going well for you.
Gus pounding on the inside of your skull. No, you're not.
All right,
I say as I unsheath my long sword.
Lars, that's the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Octavian and Gus, you both are up.
I unsheath my long sword and I say to my I stare down the books and I say, you will know while you were reading, I was studying the blade, and I'm going to unsheath my longsword and swing it at the
At the books?
yes.
Make an attack roll.
This is the only attacks I have. I only have charm magic and psychic damage, so nothing I do works.
Hey, an
Wow,
18.
Hugo. to hit.
Every
That'll
6
hit.
seconds, flips a page on his turn.
Yeah, Hugo, you're so far away, you have no idea what's happening. You're buried in this book of calculations. You're like that. You're like that meme lady with the numbers floating around her head.
Yeah. I got a what did I get? I got a what did I get? Hold on. I got an 18 to hit.
That hits. So do damage.
All right. Am I two-handing it? Yeah, I'm two-handing it. It's ooh. I forgot I have a -1. So that's 5 damage.
All right, so you take your longsword and you cut one of the books in half, and it splays open and the pages go flying like almost like not like blood, but it's just the pages to explode and flutter around you as the binding is ripped.
Gus. I'm surgical with this bitch. I'm only attacking the binding.
It is now Gus's turn.
I'm not. I fully cut through like pages.
Yeah, you destroyed the book.
Yeah. Gus is like panicking. He doesn't know what to do. He is going to cast. He doesn't have any spells. He's gonna cast. No, he can't. He already cast. He's all out of 5th levels. He's going to cast. Fuck, he only has fire-based spells. He's going to jump out of my eye, run along the edge of my sword, jump in the air, and take out his little quarterstaff, and he's going to hit the book with his little quarterstaff.
All right, make an attack roll.
All right, here we go, Gus. That's a 10 to hit.
That'll miss, unfortunately.
Ah, damn.
So Gus does this triumphant leap, two-handing his quarterstaff, and he just gently flies by it and rolls on the ground.
Oh.
Poor Gus.
All right,
He's fine. He's fine.
Just runs down your sword.
The other books surround you, Octavian, and they're going to attack you. It's a 5 total.
That misses.
So the books distracted by Gus Gus for a brief moment, gives you that opportunity to duck out of a few of the swings.
I
As the
blocked
last-
him with my blade.
The last one comes at you, and you catch it with the blade, and you just stare it down as you look at the insides, and you just see letters and numbers. It's in a
What's the
language you
title?
don't- It's there's no title. You're seeing it. It's literally open, and your blade is between it.
Joke's on you. I'm illiterate.
Okay.
Arch nemesis.
Mars, you watch as the books that were fighting you disengage and fly out into the center of the library. Or fly down the hallway, heading to the center of the library.
Mars, are you a warcaster?
I don't think so.
Because if you're a warcaster, you can cast spells as an attack of opportunity.
Da-da-da-da.
It'd be in feats.
I'm looking.
You do not have
I
it,
do
I don't
not.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Where
Okay, I guess I'm just smacking them.
All right. So you chase after them easily enough. What's their speed is? Yeah, they have the same speed as you. So easily enough you catch up to them.
Oh, I don't get an attack of opportunity?
No, they disengage.
No, they disengaged.
Ah, okay.
You can cast a spell.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and cast a spell on them.
All right. Go ahead and choose your spell.
Da-da-da-da.
What level is Octavian?
10.
Yes, 10. You're right.
Sorry, it's been a while. I'm just looking through my spell list.
Take your time. Choose what you think is best.
I think I'll just cast Spirit Guardians.
All right. As the little elephants.
Yeah.
All right. So they begin swirling around you, and whenever they start their turn, do they get initial damage?
Well, you cast a spell, you can designate any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected by it. An affected creature's speed is half in the area. When the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
On a failed save, the creature takes 3d6 or more, depending on the level. So just make all of the enemies within 15 feet of me roll a wisdom.
Yes. Where is it? Wisdom save? Okay. 10 total.
Okay, let's see how much damage they take.
Oh.
24 damage.
They only had 22 health. So
They explode.
the books are just about to reach the door to the main library when you lash out with your elephants and they rocket around you and they slam into the books, knocking them to the floor, sending them flying, and all the books, maybe 10 or 12, just get slammed and beaten, and their pages are flying out and they're skidding across the ground, but they have been defeated.
Oh, wow.
Okay. That's the end of your turn.
Yep.
Octavian, you're up.
Ah, fools! Don't you know? I know the secret technique. I'm going to grip my longsword with both hands and just start spinning.
Okay.
Spin attack!
Make an attack roll.
19!
That'll hit.
Ha ha ha! Damn it! Only 3 damage!
They're still standing.
Because
That
it's
was
plus
so
4.
ridiculous.
It was a floor plus a -1.
All right.
Oh God. And then he's Gus Gus.
Gus' turn.
Gus Gus. We have to end this quickly. Gus Gus is going to. He's going to cast Fireball centered on both of us.
Oh my God, no.
Remember, he's an
Don't.
abjurist. He can make the pockets.
Okay.
All
Please
right.
don't. No.
Dexterity
He
saving
wouldn't
throw.
destroy the books. He wouldn't just he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't destroy the books.
Hold on. Yeah, I was gonna say, would Gus Gus do it?
He wouldn't. But no, if he casts Fireball, he can make those pockets of safety. Because he's an abjurist.
Yes, but what is the point of casting Fireball if you're gonna do no damage to anything?
Yeah, you wouldn't. You'd have to do damage to them. If you pick them, it's not like you can ignore the.
Oh
fire
no, the
aspect.
pockets. The pockets would be for me and Gus Gus.
So the books would be destroyed.
They would be destroyed, but he's not going to do that because
Okay.
he would never. He's going to.
He thought
While
about
I'm
it for a
doing.
hot second. He's
Yeah.
like, no, I would never. No,
He
I
stops
take it
himself.
back.
He's like, why would I even think that? Gus Gus is
tainting
going to
him.
run up my. He's going to run up my leg, run down my arm while I'm spinning, jump off the blade, spin, and try and hit the swords with this quarterstaff, which is just his spellcasting focus because he has a staff.
Make the attack roll.
He's like, spin attack. He got a natural 1. He got a 4.
So as you're spinning, he starts to spin, and he starts to get dizzy, and he falls down and lands on the floor and starts stumbling around, just swinging his focus everywhere and not hitting anything.
Gus, we're doing great.
All right, next up is the books. They're just gonna return to beating at you. That's an unnatural 20 to hit.
Yes, it hits me.
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as the book just swings and smacks you across the face. All right, that's the end of its
How
turn.
much damage was it?
5. Marge, you're up. You're in the hallway just at the entrance to the library. You have not seen Octavian or Gus Gus in a while.
I'm gonna use my dash action just to get back as close as I can. That should
Alright.
get me like close enough that.
Oh yeah, the staircase is only like 20 feet, and the hallway is like 30 feet, so it's 50. So you get to the bottom of the staircase and enter the room, and you see Octavian spinning around in a circle with his blade out as books just float around him.
Do they get hit by my spirit guardians?
Yes, they do, because your spirit guardian is still up. So it's a wisdom
right.
save,
Yep.
total of 11.
When they fail, here comes that 5d8.
They only have 2 health. you kill them. Yeah, you kill
Me
them.
not knowing that Mars has entered the room, I'm going to kneel down and be like, wow, Gus, I don't know what spell that was, but that was incredible. All the little glowing elephants, that was amazing.
You wouldn't know what my spirit guardians look like.
What? Oh.
You know what my
Mars,
spirit
I didn't know you were here.
like.
Did you see the spell that Gus just cast? It was incredible.
Yes,
I
it was
say as
incredible.
I say as I plunge my greatsword into the ground, into a book.
Gus
my
just
hand.
sort
Did
of
you say great sword?
It's his long sword. I have a long sword.
Okay.
Gus just sort of looks at the book, gestures with his hands, and goes,
Gus can talk. He speaks.
"Yeah, I know," but he's just screaming.
Yeah, he's screaming as he surveys the frozen books, the books that have been ripped in half by the force damage, and he just falls to his little mouse knees and begins to sob.
I sheathed my blade.
Why?
I sheathed my blade. My work is done. Did you get the demon book?
No,
Oh, wait, where is it then?
the librarian ran off with it.
I thought he fell unconscious and it started floating.
No,
Oh.
Yeah, and the
It's-
librarian fell unconscious.
He fell unconscious, but the book is just gently floating at the top of the stairs.
I'll go up and I'll pick it
Oh.
up. Mars, you should probably hold Gus just in case something evil lashes out from this book. Something
Put him
evil
inside
and
my hat.
unimaginably abyssally sexy lashes out at this book.
I put him back
No.
inside my hat.
All right.
Hugo, you've been studying this book for maybe 10 or 20 minutes without your friends returning. But
How
you
long are rounds?
rounds are 6 seconds.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
6
only been
seconds
like
each turn.
hold on, it tells me how many rounds there have been. It's been like 4 or 5. Yeah. So it's only been like 30 seconds.
No. Each turn. that
Oh, each
someone
turn is
has
6 seconds. Yes, you're
is
right.
6 seconds.
Yeah, each turn is 6 seconds.
So
yeah.
there's
So it's been like 5 minutes.
it's
give
been
or
like
take.
well, just roughly 5 minutes for them to leave and then come back. But eventually
I'm fully,
they do
I'm
return.
fully engrossed.
Yeah, you have studied this book front and back. You're a speed reader, so you've gone through the whole thing.
Yep.
And you now know if you had the proper equipment, the proper chemicals, and the proper ingredients, you could create the Ring of Teleportation.
Excellent.
Hugo, I found this book. Oh shit, we gotta revive the librarian. He's unconscious.
You guys
Well,
just kind of left him in the
did
stairwell.
you make death saving throws?
Oh, I should. Let me make a death saving throw.
No, here, hang on. I got a spell for that.
Yeah, spare the dying.
You got
Yeah.
a 19, so
So-
he's okay.
1 second. I know I have spare the dying.
Wait, he's an orc. He can just revive
Oh
himself.
yeah, that's right. That's
Oh
right.
yeah.
Drops to 1. So he got hit and then played dead for a little while.
I could see that.
Is it over? I'll come up, sheathe my sword, kneel, grab his hand, and be like, "Are you all right?"
He's got a bruise across his cheek and a little bit of ink stained on his jaw.
You poor thing. Here, allow me to
Book
help
print.
you. I'll cast.
Book
I
print on
cast
the
Cure
cheek.
Wounds.
I cast prestidigitation and get the ink off.
And I'll just like cast first level Cure Wounds on him.
As you heal him, he like grabs your hand and looks into your eyes, and he's just like, "Thank you so much. You saved my life. I'd do anything
course.
for you."
Really? Anything?
He goes, "Not you."
Oh.
He kind of looks at you. He's like, "This is your fault." And he goes, and he sees the book that you have, and he goes to reach for it.
No, I assure you, it must be dealt with in a way that only adventurers, such as the death crew, can handle. This is far too dangerous in the hands of one mere measly library.
Make a persuasion check.
Ha ha ha! 23.
He's like, just get it out of here. I have to clean up.
Aye.
And he looks down past you at the frozen books and the bashed open books, and he's just like,
We should leave. We should leave.
Because you should leave. And he begins to
Okay,
descend the stairs.
I'm sorry. Goodbye. All right, Marge. We should probably go. I'm gonna yell across the library. Hey, Hugo, we gotta go.
What?
I had an accident and I gotta go back to the hotel room.
Do you still use the bathroom as an undead?
You see a couple people like turn, kind of like giving you quizzical looks.
Oh yeah, you didn't even think about it.
Undead sense of humor. God, these jokes just rise
Make a
from the
deception
dead.
check.
26.
They chuckle like, "Oh, that's funny," and then they go
Oh,
back
you're
to
so
their perusing.
funny. But I did shit myself.
They kind of like
We got attacked by some books.
they start laughing, and then as you say "shit yourself," they like give you this like, "What?" and like just immediately leave the area.
You know how books, you know that old book smell, what it does to you? Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about.
Hugo gets
everyone-
up. He's gonna ask the librarian, how much is this book?
The librarian's not with him. He's cleaning up.
Okay,
It's
so
free, let's go.
Hugo's gonna put down like 10 gold for the book
All right, you leave 10 gold on the counter.
and a note saying I took the book. I'm keeping it.
We are a menace.
I'm keeping this book. Here's 10 gold.
All right. So you guys
All right, guys. So Hugo, I'm gonna kind of like underneath, like it kind of flash the demon book and be like, I found a book that'll.
You didn't.
I didn't summon anything. We didn't summon anything, I assure you. But I did take this book off their hands. I paid for it.
This
It was
is
100
going
gold.
to bring us so much trouble.
Not if we do this seance in the most wealthiest part of town.
Wait, what? Why the most wealthy part of town?
Because
Well, how
they
does that
have
make
the money. Because they'll have all the money to fix any problems that we cause.
All right, you make a valid point, actually. I don't like it, but you're right.
I'm not saying they need to know it was us, but if there is any collateral damage, we assure will not get anyone harmed, I assure you. But if there is any like damage to the environment, they'll have the money to be able to fix it. Right?
Yeah, you're right.
Makes sense.
They'll also probably also have guards stationed in their homes that can protect them if anything bad happens.
You're right. You're right. All right.
All right, so you're heading to the affluent district.
Yes.
All right, so you climb out of the pit in this section of the city.
Wait, so what did the book I read say that I needed to?
It told you
say I
the
needed
ingredients
deep-
necessary, but it didn't specify what part of the Mesoloth you need.
Oh,
So it gave you like the general stuff, but not the specifics. You'd still need to do like just kill one and find out, or you'd have to find another. It might be in the demon book that Octavian has. You don't know yet.
My demon book.
You also left Sketch behind.
No, Sketch. You know what? It's probably for the best. He didn't really want to bother us. He was living in a.
He was sitting on Hugo's shoulder, but eventually he got bored and flew away.
Yeah, I don't want to bother him. He probably loves living in a library, so he doesn't need to be living with us.
No, it's too chaotic.
Yeah, and with the amount of fire we get involved with, it's probably really not safe for him.
That too.
Gus in your skull. Good. I shall be the only small friend.
Oh,
There can
it's
only
okay.
be one.
Oh, Gus, no one's gonna replace you.
Not gonna ever replace you.
There
God.
can
All
only
right.
be one.
Unless there was like a clone Gus that like tried to convince us that they were the real Gus, and then we had to shoot the one. We had to choose which one to shoot, and then we'd have to be like, well, which one's the real Gus?
So Gus starts casting Fireball.
No, it's
Inside your skull.
We just wait for Gus to die in a couple of years because he has rat life. And
no, but he's been awakened, so lifespan's been extended. Hopefully,
really?
Hopefully that's how the spell works.
Is that how that works?
I'm going to say yes. I don't know. I'm not sure. I
It's
don't
my
think.
spell, my rules.
It does not say anything about the lifespan of the creature. I'm going to Google the average lifespan of a mouse.
It is about like 2 or 3 years.
No.
Sometimes 4 or 5.
Let me look up the average lifespan of a average life
5 to 7 years.
span. Okay, that's a good amount of time. And maybe he can achieve lichdom.
You're sending him on a path that I don't think the rest of you can follow.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're breaking my heart, Annie.
No, man.
It's the scene. But I'm Padme, Gus is Anakin, and Mars is Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
He force chokes me, throws me to the side, and he's like, "You turned him against me!" And Mars is like, "You've done that yourself." and then Mars and Gus have to get in a duel.
I think I know what the final battle for this campaign will be.
No.
But,
Don't try it, Gus. I have the high ground. You underestimate my power.
But you guys do make your way to the affluent section. You're stopped at the entrance by the guards who kind of like give you a curious look and see the ink smears on your armor and like, can we help you?
Yes, you can. We are thespians. We've been specifically tasked to play at a child's birthday party that they're having here in this district. I'm the fun clown. I'll say I was like minor illusion, some juggling balls in my hand, just like do, and then I'll like make them I'll catch all of them as they all just land in my hand but disappear.
All right. Make a deception check with advantage.
Well, it's a spell. Oh, because I'm
You
never
just see,
mind.
yeah. You,
I'm trying. I thought you were meant like convincing them that you're actually able to juggle.
no. This is the juggling gives you advantage to trick them into thinking you're birthday performers.
Okay, so with advantage, I got a 29.
29. So they kind of like laugh to themselves and say, "Freaking weirdos! Yeah, go ahead and just don't cause any trouble. Don't get drunk
we
or anything."
won't. Here, I'll create with minor illusion a balloon dog, like balloon animal dog. Like hand it to him, even though it's not real.
All right. So he takes it and it just like phases through his hands, and he just looks at you and says, "Well, just go in."
He's pissed that it's not a real balloon animal. It's like, I've always wanted one, and then it's not real. It's like, fuck! It's a dick. All right, let's go. Let's leave. Walk inside. So, where should we maybe find a park? Or I think a park would be the best.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Seven.
Hold on. Can I? Hugo asks.
Yes.
Can I look at this book, please?
The demon book?
Yes.
Yes, here you are.
Can I understand the book, Logan?
What languages do you speak in?
I speak Celestial and Common.
It is in a language you don't understand.
Fuck!
Can you read this?
Hold on.
I'm assuming no.
Okay, hold on. Because when I awoke Gus, he got common plus one other language of my choice.
Okay. You don't know what language this is in, so you could make a guess, and Gus could learn that language. But
I'm going to say
languages.
He says because so it wasn't a part of the awakened spell. It's the fact that he is a spellcaster mage sidekick is where he gets the +1. Could we say it's abyssal?
All right, it is not an abyssal.
Okay, so Gus can speak demon, but that's
wow.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm pretty sure this isn't it. Yeah, that's abyssal. Yeah, he speaks abyssal.
All right, so you guys eventually, after a few minutes of walking around, you find a nice secluded park in an alleyway. There's children playing. There's families having picnics.
Excuse me, children, family members. Hello, yes. I have a question for you. I'll walk over to one of the fathers.
With
the demon book.
It's a tiefling gentleman just kind of sipping some tea, and he
he
gives you a up and down look okay, can I help you?
Hi, yes. I was just wondering, would you by any chance understand what this book is written in?
You just hold the book open to him?
Yeah.
You see him he kind of looks back and he pulls out glasses and he's like, it's not familiar to me.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Octavian, why don't we go to the magic store and see if they have any items that allow us to comprehend a language?
Or let's see if they have a person who can read. That could also help.
If we're trying to do this ourselves, we need an item.
True. Like a magnifying glass of understanding languages.
Or a ring, or a necklace.
Yeah.
Or
a fun pair of glasses.
Or that. Let's just go to the magic store real quick.
Oh, but we're gonna have to tell the guards again of why we're leaving. Oh, I forgot.
We forgot our instruments.
Yeah, ooh.
God.
I'll go to the guards and be like, funny story. So
Do we need to summon a demon? Couldn't we just hunt like a monster in this realm?
no,
We're doing
we
this,
have to
Mars.
get a
We're doing this.
Mesoloth. We have to get a Mesoloth. They're the ones that can teleport. And we physically. So funny thing is this, Mars, is that demons or fiends, they don't really die when you kill them. They are somewhat teleported back to their realm of existence. However, if you cut off pieces of them, you can possibly keep them, those pieces, but you never truly kill them. The only way you can kill them is you have to kill them in their home plane. So this is technically the most ethical way to do this.
I mean, we're still hurting them.
Well, it's a fiend. Who cares?
I agree. It is a fiend. Who cares?
Yeah. They love pain and suffering. They're all masochistic sadists down there.
We're probably gonna get off on this anyways.
Yeah. Oh man, don't stab me. Ooh. Sorry. We're killing it. We're like, are you enjoying this? He's like, no. Or we're like, just like, come on. Funny story, guards. I forgot my instruments. I have to go get them. I'll be right back.
All right, they like, whatever. You can come back through any time. If the other guards shift in, though, you might need to convince them as well.
Oh, it'll be no problem. Are they smarter than you guys?
They're like, no.
Great, then it'll be easy. I'll walk away.
All right, where are you guys headed? Back to your hotel? Oh no, you're headed to the magic shop.
Yeah.
The Light Heart.
Yes.
Yep.
Is there a line?
It's around dusk at this point. You've been out most of the day, so when you arrive, you see the shopkeep and her employee closing up for the night.
Ma'am, please don't lock the door. I press my face up against the glass.
You see her like scream and like fall backwards. She's like, "Don't fucking do that!"
Sorry, we needed to make sure you didn't close on us just yet.
She goes, "If you're here about your freaking clothes, they're not done yet."
No, that's not that.
We need an item that allows us to comprehend languages.
Yes. Like a pair of glasses, or maybe like a fun ring, or a
Or a
funny
bracelet,
hat, or a
or a
bracelet.
necklace.
Maybe like a brooch. That could be fun. Or a magnifying glass. A spoon. We'll take anything. Please help us.
The wig.
Yeah, a wig. A powdered wig that lets you read other languages.
She goes, she's like, "Well, I mean, I could make a helm of comprehend language, but that would take some time."
Don't have.
Come on, you don't have anything like that.
She goes,
It's an uncommon item. How
In your
common?
shop?
She goes, "I run a very busy shop. I sell and buy items all the time. Nothing recently has come into my... Well, maybe." And she starts to, like, think for a moment.
Please check for us.
She goes, "Just give me 10 seconds.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
She's like, "Don't count out loud." She disappears in the darkness as her employee just kind of sits there, like, twiddling his thumbs.
So, what's your name?
He goes, he starts to stammer for a moment, really caught off guard. He's like, "My name's Greg."
We're going through a lot of trouble just for this.
Greg, do you know who we are?
Your
I'm
customers?
asking because we've all forgotten.
You seem like
Greg,
nice
don't worry
customers.
about it.
She eventually comes back after a few minutes with a small little box, and she goes, "I have this. It's not as nice as a helm of comprehend language." And she opens it, and you see these little rose-colored spectacles.
Oh my
This is
God.
perfect.
She goes, "But for 300 gold, they can understand most languages."
You know what they say about rose-tinted glasses? All the red flags just look like flags. I'll put my hand on her shoulder.
She goes,
All right, I'll pay for it. It's fine.
All right, so you hand her 300 gold. She goes, see? She like nudges Greg. I can even make a sale at closing time. And she like locks the door and starts to leave.
Didn't you put that in the books?
Under the table. All right. So put on the glasses. Can you read the book?
Yes.
I'm gonna go. Fuck yeah! I'll point through the grass at Greg and go. Fuck you, Greg! I knew we could do it.
He like caught off guard and he like puts his hands up like I. He's done nothing to you, but you just.
He's done nothing. Yeah, exactly. He's done nothing to me.
But the language, you don't know what language it is, but you begin to comprehend it, and it begins to translate itself for it. The first couple pages seem to be a diary entry from a man who doesn't give his name. You don't even know if it's a man, a person who doesn't give their name. But as you flip through the book, there are little drawings and charts, and they begin to explain how to summon fiends, devils, demons. Even a page, oddly enough, on celestials.
Dear Diary, I'm going to write a book in a language that no one understands on how to summon demons, devils, fiends of any sort, and celestials. Because, you know, I'm a quirky wizard. It's my shtick. All right, let's go back. Oh, shit. I'm going to pull out one of my instruments from my bag.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so when we walk back, we're like, I found my instrument. Oops, silly little me.
It's two different guards who stop you this time.
Hi, hello. We're here for a birthday party.
They go, yeah. The other guys told us. Just go.
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe on our way back, I'll play you a sign.
They just like shoo you away.
Okay. I put the loot back. God. Okay, so we need to find a nice.
Does the book tell you what we need to gain its ability to teleport?
Its left toe.
As you peruse the book, you narrow it down to Mesoloths, and there does seem to be a page about harvesting not just Mesoloths but other demonic creatures of their organs. And eventually you do find a small paragraph on Mesoloths, and it says that in order to gain their ability to teleport or to transmute it into an item of your choice, you need to get their liver.
All right.
Now, what a Mesoloth liver looks like, we'll not know. We're just gonna have to do trial and error with all of the organs. Is this it? No. Is this it? No. Is this it? No. All right.
I mean, a liver is a liver.
Liver is a liver is a liver.
All right.
All right. So it's nighttime, right?
It's nighttime. The park is not closed, but the children are gone. It is now just couples walking around looking at the starlight.
Oh, it's gonna be so romantic for them. Begin the chalk circle.
You find a large enough playground that has a large enough concrete area for you to use chalk drawings. And you find some children's chalk around, and you see their little drawings of bunnies and cats and dogs. It looks like kids had an eventful day here.
Excellent. I use prestidigitation to remove all of it. To give myself ample space.
All right. Who's helming the ritual?
I will helm the ritual.
All right. So you don the tinted glasses.
Yes.
And you begin to read.
Yes. Gus, help me. He's looking through the same lens.
He's looking. Yes, he would be. But you begin to slowly draw out the proper patterns, put the symbols where they need to be. Give me a general wisdom check.
Wisdom check. 16.
16.
Yes. Should Gus do a wisdom check as well?
Yes, Gus should as well.
Okay. Is it a saving throw or just a check?
Just a check.
Okay. Gus got a 5.
So as you're doing this, it doesn't really affect you. But Gus, you feel, or he begins to emote that he's in pain, and
No
that
pain, buddy?
he's got a splitting headache.
Okay, I'll poke him out of my head and give him the Mars.
He curls up
keep
in
an
a
eye on
Mars.
him.
Yeah, he curls up in a Mars hat, and like you can see him wince every now and then from pain.
Maybe you should heal him. But I don't have a brain, therefore it doesn't affect me. Ha ha! As I continue the circle.
Did Gus actually take damage?
He didn't take damage. No, it's just it's one of the hazards of following and reading the book for an extended period of time.
Okay.
Give him a head
But I have-
massage.
Yeah, give him a little head massage.
I take him into my hand and I just give him little scritches and a massage.
All right.
I knock on my hollow head. That can't harm me.
I'm just gonna get ready for a fight.
Yeah.
All right. So as you finish the circle, just before you draw the last symbol, which will finish it and summon the Mesoloth, hopefully. You complete it, right? You're going you're going with this?
Yep, I make the final dash.
We don't
All
look
right.
back, Logan. We don't look back.
Yeah, we're the death crew.
All right. So you finish it and you feel this shudder as the earth begins to shake.
Oh fuck! I miswrote Mesoloth. I put Tiamat.
God.
Demogorgon. Oh shit.
But
It's a Mesoloth.
as the symbol, you see the symbols kind of like start to lift off and float away from the ground, appearing in the air, and they begin to encircle each other and begin to spiraling faster and faster until this small like ribbon just opens in the middle of the air. And then it splits open and you watch as two creatures tumble out of it.
I'm gonna run over and embrace one of them in a big old hug. Jessica.
Okay.
Oh my God. I just have my warhammer ready.
All
Spear. We always forget that spear.
Spear is here. Yeah, spear is here. Spear's ready. Knives out.
Knives out. He's got a switchblade.
He's snapping his fingers and slowly approaching.
Yeah, he's got a coiffed pompadour. He's a menace. Like
All
Jessica.
The
I
creature,
missed you so much.
The creature kind of pushes you back and begins to speak in a language you don't understand.
I'll speak telepathically.
Is it the right creature though?
Make a nature check.
It wouldn't be an Arcana check.
No, this would be determining the nature of the creature.
13.
13?
Yeah.
From your detailed examination of the books you had been reading, this appears to be two Mesoloths.
Good. I'm gonna start hacking at them.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, hold on. I'm gonna psychically communicate to one. Jessica, it's me. It's me, Ferranzo.
It telepathically back like, who the hell are you?
Don't you remember me? Oh, here, hold on. I'll remove my mask and show my skull. You remember this? Remember all this?
It just looks at you and its big red bulbous insect eyes just scan you up and down. And that is where we'll end it for tonight.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Oh my gosh.